back, baby. I'm on gas. Yo, Flex quick. He's fat. You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Turnbuckle Weekly Podcast. I am your host, Casey, and with me, as always, is my tag team partner, my hetero life mate, the human equivalency of a dark match that went too long, Leon.
Nice.
How you doing, buddy?
Well, I was doing okay until you insulted me yet again, but I'm doing all right.
Well, I know how
let it
you've
pass.
been because I've been looking at your stupid face since about 7:30 this
I don't want
morning.
to hear it. Don't start with me.
We're like an old married couple. But guys, you know what? I'm not going to eat up any more airtime.
That's right.
I'm going to let this guy next to me here introduce our guest today. We are both super excited. I give Leon credit for every get that he pulls. This is Leon's get. This is our first tag team. My first tag team. I've been podcasting for 5 years. Never have I ever interviewed two people at the same time.
So they are a first.
You know, yeah. So go ahead and
Absolutely
introduce our guest today, Leon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only team of Landon Sugars and Jace Atlas, Natural Causes. How y'all doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
Doing absolutely awesome.
Now y'all gonna have to bear with me because I've never interviewed a tag team together. My biggest fear about doing this is what I've been telling him the whole time. He was like, "This is gonna be great." I'm like, "This is gonna be great." However, I've never interviewed two people at the same time, so we are gonna try really, really hard not to all step on each other the best we can.
It would look like an AEW Battle Royal if we did. It would look awful.
Hey, man.
Absolutely not. What?
Hey, man,
What?
get off their asses. It's an okay product.
Put out better product.
It's an okay product.
Look, you know it's bad.
What was that?
I was gonna say sometimes train wrecks are the best.
That's also
That's what
true.
I'm
That's also
saying.
true. Entertaining, all right.
That's what I'm
whatever.
saying. Listen,
Whatever.
sometimes I want to watch wrestling for storytelling and long-term booking, and sometimes I just want to see John Moxley blade off a back bump. Sometimes, man.
Yes, because when you get suplex or hit your back so hard, you just bleed from every orifice that there is. Yeah, congratulations.
Say orifice again.
Orifice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, guys, I'm going to be 100% honest here. I do a lot of research on these shows. I pride myself of being like the Barbara Walters of the wrestling journalism world. That's my words only. Everyone else would say, "Who's that fat guy?" But I'm going to tell you, you guys are fairly new, and there is not an awful lot out there that I could draw from. So today's episode's double fun because you guys are going to be able to tell me stuff that I get to hear for the first time.
Straight from the source.
Because I do so much research that nobody tells a story that I haven't been able to find except like once or twice. So this episode's going to be all fresh stories. So I just want to start out with the first question. One of you answer it, then the other one answer it. I don't care what order we go in. It's up to you guys. You guys are the tag team. Y'all got the chemistry. Y'all figured out. How did this wrestling journey start for you guys? What was the moment? Like, you're watching wrestling. I imagine you guys are young, so it's going to be something I actually remember happening. Like, what was the thing y'all saw in wrestling where you're like, this is what I'm going to do for the foreseeable future?
I guess I'll take it first.
Let's go.
Well, the thing is like as far back as my memory goes, I know it's like the stereotypical wrestling story, but it's just always been wrestling. No matter how far back you go, it's wrestling. But like the earliest memory I have, oddly enough, is a SmackDown match between John Morrison and Rey Mysterio, and I think somehow that just hooked me.
That's solid. I mean,
It is solid.
And anytime you say those two names, like I can see that for sure.
Wonderful.
All right, so, and now we got to get the other side.
So, it wasn't always wrestling for me. I came up doing different kinds of things. I do remember vividly back in around 2012 being about 7 or 8 years old and watching Monday Night Raw at my grandparents' house. This is about that time that they had that major AJ Lee storyline going on where she's bouncing around guy to guy.
Yeah.
Crazy first crush, you know. But it was about that time that I started to really like wrestling, and I was like, okay, this is really cool. I like seeing this. And week after week, I would watch it at my grandparents' house. Then I kind of fell out of it, lived the next 10 years of my life, and had seen where a friend of mine had gotten into the WWA. And I went to school at this guy since like middle school. And I saw where he was doing the bumps and he was running the ropes, and I was like, that's really cool. And I was like, I remember watching wrestling when I was younger. And then I started watching more and more wrestling, and it started becoming a daily thing where I'm watching wrestling clips, I'm watching wrestling matches. And then from then on, I was like, I don't want to do whatever it was I was doing. I think I was studying to be a lawyer. I was like, that could be fun, but I would rather wrestle. So I do the thing. I reach out, wait the time comes around, and thankfully I got chosen to be a part of the WWA, and I'm forever grateful for it.
Dude, we have a lot of fun watching you guys.
Absolutely.
I think just a bit of backstory about like us going to the WWA. I've been to one show before Independence. It was the Logan Legit tribute show, I think in 2022 something. I don't know, man. A lot of pot is clouded my brain for like short-term memory. But I went to that show, and then I hadn't gone to any more. And then this guy over here, you know, Leon, we worked together, and I have a little bit of a wrestling background. I trained in Owensboro for a very short amount of time, and did not continue past a certain point. But Leon has always been interested in getting in the ring, and then he brought up the WWA. He's like, do you know who these guys are? And I was like, yeah, of course I know who they are. Everybody in Owensboro knows that. That's where I'm from. Everybody knows down there, likes wrestling, who they are. And he was like, well, let's go to this show. It's Independence Day is what they're calling it. It's July 5th. Let's take the boys. I got two sons, 12 and 8, that also love wrestling. And we go, and we see you guys, and Leon over here is a complete and total nerd. And when he dove into WWA, like he dove in to WWE, he started getting to know who everybody
Absolutely.
was. Whether I could find you or not, he could figure out a way to find you, whoever it was. So you guys come out, he immediately knows who you are, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like, I like these guys, I like the cut of their jib, man, real fun. And then y'all come around, and you take one. I don't remember who.
It was Atlas, I think.
Yeah, somebody took a bracelet off and put it on the 8-year-old's wrist, and he was hooked. So from that moment, once we decided like we're podcasting, I was like, I gotta get these guys on here. Like they made my kid's night, and he's kind of a dick. He's hard to entertain.
Yeah, he's
So, he's kind of a dick.
Him and Vanderpool got into it there for a little while.
Yeah, kids are assholes. Don't have kids. Everyone, don't do it. It's fulfilling and tired. I look 10 years older than I am. I'm exhausted, and they are assholes. But anyway, so we go. They're hooked, and we're watching you guys. I was actually quite impressed, especially because I could look at you both and immediately go, these guys are way younger than I am. I think I've got a kid as old as one of you.
Younger than me, even.
Yeah, so I'm very impressed with what, we're both very impressed with what we saw. You guys are fun out there. There's a great chemistry. And that brings me to my second question is like, so I know Chris, he kind of let us in a little bit, like how the sausage is made to a certain point. So what happened backstage where we're like, these two guys are going to be tagged together? And then a second question is, where did Natural Causes come from?
Natural Causes, I guess I'll take that one first. Chris, when we got put together originally, it was at a show in Eddyville, and I had made my debut. That was my hometown, my school, in front of my friends and family. I had a singles match against Chris, but that same day, after the show that day, we had a little meeting with Chris and a couple other people, and he brought me and Jace together and was like, y'all want to tag together? And me and Jason had some matches, singles matches against each other in training and stuff. I mean, we just felt like we had chemistry, and I was down for it. I mean, I love working with Jace. Jace loves working with me, but yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's kind of funny how those things work. Like I tried to explain to him that like sometimes you have tag teams that are like, they're like brothers, man. They're always seen together. They always get along. It's like they can communicate with one another without having to. I said, but then you have tag teams that they hate each other. They're paired up, and they did not like it, and they just go out there and they phone it in, and I can definitely tell that you guys are the former. You seem like you really get along. You seem like your chemistry is there. I dig everything about it. So basically, for both of you, I mean, whoever wants to go first, was tag team wrestling the goal, or is this just like okay, we both have aspirations to be singles guys? This tag team thing's gonna work for now. Like so is tag team wrestling where it's at for y'all, or do we see a little future singles run for either one of you?
I'll take this one.
Yeah.
Originally, the plans for me were completely opposite of what they were now. The original plan was to have me as a singles heel, but when the idea was pitched for me and Landon to be a tag team together, I absolutely loved it. And the way things are going right now, I can definitely see me and Landon being a long-term tag team with the WWE, like a Trend Killers or High Society or Three Count Boys. I can definitely see this going far.
Well, see, I noticed he said Trend Killers, which makes me think heel turn imminent, but maybe not exactly that way.
Oh, no. People dying of natural causes would be awful in the WWA. Oh, no.
This dude has been fascinated with this name.
Oh,
Like he's
so
like,
good.
it's such a good name.
It
And I was
is.
like, yeah, man.
It is. It's wonderful.
A good name.
Love it.
He's
It's awesome.
It's so fun listening to this guy talk for 8 hours a day at work, just being like, did you know that this guy in the WWE used to wrestle here? Yes, I also have the internet. And he's like, it's so
Look,
cool.
you're a boomer and I'm a new gen. It's all
I'm not
right.
a boomer. I'm a millennial, you dick. I was born in 92.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry
7
y'all's
years
parents-
more than me.
I'm so
no.
sorry y'all's parents were responsible and didn't have children while they were in their early 20s and their teenage years. Piss off. I had bad parents, Leon. Get off my ass. Wrestling's all I had.
Yeah.
But, no, man, like I don't know, that tag team division there is stacked too. And the fact that like you guys are about to wrestle, I don't know what to call them. I guess they're called, that video said they're called Pure Pressure now.
If that.
Like you guys are gonna like go for the tag team titles. Is this y'all's first shot at the tag titles, or have we been close to contention before?
We had a scramble match like a couple months. I think it was like a month ago, but it wasn't a one-on-one match. But now we got our one-on-one shot. So
That's right.
Dude,
or 2-on-2.
it was so good watching y'all, especially like last week. Or was it last week with y'all and Marauder, and then there was Schneider and Bo.
Oh, Schneider.
That was super fun, dude. Like that is now Landon. Didn't Bo tell us yesterday? No, not yesterday. It was day 4
It was
yesterday.
Tuesday.
He said you had the unfortunate task of having to test out his that little swinging black
Yes.
hole slam. He was telling us about that because we always ask about finishes.
I love it.
And he was like, yeah, sugars with that one for the first time. So
So let me ask you a question, because he said that he asked you if you trusted him. Did you really trust him, or was it more of a he's bigger than me, he's going to swing me around anyway?
yes, slam me, don't eat me kind of deal.
No, I 100% trusted him. After he kind of showed me the idea of it, I was like, oh, that's cool. And of course, I wanted to take that. I mean, the way that move looks, it's like, yeah, I'll be the first person to
Oh,
take
it's
that.
so good. I love it.
Dude, no, I in his intro, I was like, "Don't hurt me," because I'm kind of a pussy. He scares me a little bit, but so like I'm going off on reminiscing about hearing stories about y'all just getting slammed indiscriminately for no reason. So how long? Like I'm gonna keep coming back to you guys are of the younger on the roster. How long have y'all both been going? Like just roughly.
Jace, you want that one first? Yeah, I'll take that one first. I started training with the company in 2023, and just this year I've debuted. Been training a good 2 years, working on the show for about 4 months, 4 or 5 months-ish.
Nice.
Dude. Okay. Color me impressed.
So we're still fresh.
Hey, that's all right though.
I mean, dude, I mean, you know, I see young guys, I go, yeah, green. But the way y'all move around, and it does not come off as so green as one of you just debuted this year. I just want you to be aware that, like, y'all figured something out here. Mm-hmm. Like, it's really entertaining. And I think that was one of the longest lines I've seen for pictures in a good little while was y'all and Marauder. Like, I've never waited in line that long to get in the ring the whole time I've gone there. So,
that one surprised me too. As long as that line was.
I don't know, man. I mean, I want to say, like, don't be surprised, but at the same time, like, you know, I don't want to blow you up, put you over too hard. You're, you know, like, I'm definitely the Shawn Michaels of this team, and then you super kick, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I'm going to do that on this show. I'm going to put him through a barbershop window.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Within the next few weeks, because I'm just that damn good. But Leon, I'm going to let you talk for a minute, because I need to get some water in me.
Yeah. You know, and the thing about it is you all just starting in the company, you know, on the main show. But for you all to be so new and be so over with the crowd is something that I'm also a big fan of. Crowd interactions, how the kids see you, how the adults see you. You know, when you look back at all the great teams in history, for you all to be so young, was it always a goal to, hey, I'm going to make sure that the crowd loves us? Or was it I'm going to go out there and we're going to see how it goes type of thing?
For me, for a long time, I always thought I'd be a heel. Like, I always just felt like a heel. I mean, I feel like naturally at home, I'm kind of an ass. But once I got out there and kind of was like, oh, you're gonna be a baby face, did it, and I was like, okay, I like this. I like the feeling of the crowd liking you, and it's obviously something you want, but I didn't think we would be able to get it that fast. Right.
Yeah, it was definitely because you all debuted when? What was the date you all debuted as a team?
It was over the top. I don't remember exactly what day. I want to say May 24th.
May. So in a span of 2 months, being a fresh tag team, you're already super over with the crowd. That's impressive, I think. Anyway, I don't know. Casey's older than me. Maybe he'll remember some teams, some teams that got to a good start early in their career.
Well, you got to keep coming back to that I'm older than you.
Because you are.
It's hurtful.
Well, I'm sorry. The truth hurts.
It's hurtful. It's very hurtful. It hurts my feelings. All I did was try to go check on my kid. I come back, I'm getting told I'm old and I'm bald and I'm fat. Those were your words.
I said you were older than me. I did not call you bald or fat.
It's on tape. Do your job, monkey. Ask your questions.
It's your turn. I'm asking questions as they come to my brain.
Do you guys do this too, or is it just us? Because, like, I want to kill. I don't know how you tag with somebody. Like, I already want to kill this guy, and there's no bumps being taken. I don't understand. Like, I don't get it.
That's all part of it.
I don't get it at all. I don't understand how anyone could do it.
It's all part of the magic.
I love tag team wrestling, but I never wanted to have nothing to do with it because I hate people. I hate people, but I love gatherings. It's very weird. So I do want to kind of go back a little bit, just a little bit more about like the wrestling thing, or just like getting into it and things like that. Because I also like to tie in gaming because I am also a gigantic nerd. And I also like to use this to make fun of this guy. So with the wrestling, what kind of wrestling gaming we talking about here? You guys keeping up on the 2Ks and the things like that? Y'all doing the pulling Clay Williams and making your gear on 2K and being like, yeah, I'm going to order that?
Jace, you want that? Absolutely. Yes, I do.
Yes, that's what's up.
I have kept up with the 2K games since like 2K17, and ever since then I remake myself over and over again. I don't have one at 2K25 yet because our official gear isn't out yet, but whenever our new gear comes in, I'm definitely making a whole new set of gear on 2K25.
That's awesome.
For sure.
Which I use that to segue into the gear. I was asking him today, I was like, one thing I specifically want to know is about the gear. So a good tag team, they have the same color scheme. There's not a lot of combinations of colors you can put together before you run into something, that you may have seen on a sports team or something like that. So I'm either guessing A, purple, black, and gold is a decision because someone is a very big Lakers fan. Or
No, sorry to cut you off.
no, you're good.
No, actually, going back to my debut, my first match was at my school when I was a senior, and we did a senior fundraiser for my school in my first match, and my school's colors were purple and gold, so that was the theme of my gear for my first match, and we kind of just ran with it now.
The Lions Den match. I watched that match. That was great.
Yeah, so that's another thing. That I have
awesome.
that written down somewhere and I have lost it, but I have it written in all caps with a bunch of question marks on it that says debut match is a Lions Den match. How bad you pissed Chris off before you debuted?
I don't know if I necessarily pissed him off. It was more of Stonewall pissing him off at the moment, I think.
I need a story on this one
Because you were one of the camera guys at the time, wasn't it? And he got in the ring and was like, "Hey, my opponent is you," and pointed at you. Yeah.
So what's the story there? I gotta know.
Well, so going back to December of last year, I pitched an idea to my science teacher, who's an old school wrestling fan. And I was like, "Hey, I think it'd be cool if we done some type of wrestling thing at school for a fundraiser." And so I ran it by Chris, and Chris was obviously down for it, and not knowing at the time that Chris would be my opponent for it, which I found that out sitting at my lunch table when he sent me the poster, and I'm sitting at my lunch table with all my friends, and I see Lions Den Street Fight against CCW, and right then and there I was like, well, I'm going to dive in head first, I guess.
Yeah, that's the definition of trial by fire. Mm-hmm. Yeah, kid, I know it's your first match and everything, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to beat you up real good. Don't you worry. My first match was, hey, kid, just grab a hold, work the hold.
That's right.
I'll let you know when it's time to go home. There were no chairs. There were no... The first time I got hit by a chair, I peed. Me personally. Immediately.
I'd be fine without taking a chair shot the rest of my life.
So how did it feel beating CCW in your debut match?
You won the match?
He won the match. He sure did. In his debut, sure did.
You sneaky little minx.
I'm telling you, man, I do my research.
Very sneaky.
Absolutely.
Look at you.
It was a lot of mixed emotions because I had my whole family front row and all my friends and everyone was there for it. It was after that 3 got counted, I legit started kind of crying and sat up because after the match, Chris shook my hand, and that really meant a lot to me because I said the other day on another podcast, I was like, if I was to never wrestle again that match, if that was it for me, I'm happy.
So, well, that's actually amazing. Now, let's see. So we got Sugar's first match. All right. Now, Jace, what was your first match? Who was your opponent?
Yeah, would you have a Hell in a Cell against Taker? What the hell is going on here?
No, he had a match against Tony Atlas is what it was. Just kidding.
So technically, my first match was against the entire WWE roster.
Oh, that sucks.
Your first match is everybody.
Gauntlet
In the
match.
Battle Royal, it was exhilarating getting to step out in front of 800 people and all eyes are on you. But yeah, my first match was in Over the Top during the Battle Royal. I believe we came out number 27th.
Wow.
Eliminated Bo Sawyer. Got sandbagged by Tony Evans.
Oh, Tony.
Tossed out.
Man, oh no.
I just saw Tony in a video today. It was him and
He's a monster.
Him and Jack Vaughn making fun of indie wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just saw this dude get pinned
No,
by
thigh
Alexander
slap.
Knight 3 weeks ago.
So Tony's actually from where we live. He actually graduated at our high school, and
High school.
well, yeah, not yours, but mine. Holla. No, so it's actually good, like, to see somebody like Tony that, used to work for the WWA, and then you get sandbagged by a Brett County boy, and, it's just...
I don't like how you said that.
Sandbag.
By a Brett County boy.
Brett County boy.
Well, I'm from Davis County. I kick you in the dick and run. You know what I'm
run,
saying?
run.
That's how we
run.
do it.
That's where you see. That's where you messed up.
We get butt naked.
You
and
knock us
wrestle.
down and then run. Okay. But now, like, so our biggest thing that we've talked about is your all's theme song. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We love it. Whose idea was it for that song, or did Chris have a role in picking your all's music for you?
Well, back to my debut in like December, I was like, well, if I'm gonna debut in front of my school and my friends and family, I want a good babyface theme song that it has a good a connection to me. And that song, I was just like scrolling through Spotify, like small band playlists, and I heard that, and I was like, okay, the lyrics, I've been dying just to feel alive. That like literally is my whole life for wrestling. I was like, I want to do this. I'm dying to feel alive and do this because wrestling's always been my only thing. So I was like, no better song to suit my debut in my high school. So.
That's so awesome.
The song's great. I was listening. I was just trying to find it today because, like, that's what I usually do. There's a weird method to getting into the interviews where I've got to, like, I have to immerse myself as much as I can. Whoever I'm interviewing needs to be the only thing that I'm thinking about all day long. So that way I've got my questions primed. I've got my points made, everything I need. And I'm looking for this theme song, and I cannot find it. And I'm gonna have to shoot a message to Chris and say, "What the hell, bruh? I need like 4 theme songs that I like to listen to." And
I got the link for you.
There we go. That
I
works.
need it real bad because I dig that song.
It's awesome.
Like, it's super dope. And usually, like, that's what sets the tone for me. When I was a kid, that's how I picked my wrestlers. I would watch,
themes.
and if your music didn't catch me, I didn't care. And I just feel like that's kind of the way that we've gone now, is with the music. And then that also being in, like, the style of music that I grew up listening to, very, like, a lot of elements of just like, your regular rock. There's some metal elements, some pop punk elements there, like stuff I was getting down on back in the early 2000s because I'm old or something like that, and I have to specify. Piss off. And so, like,
you old? Who would have ever said?
I did tell him today, I was like, dude, I need to, that's something we've been debating on, though, is with the theme songs.
Yeah.
Because it's like, y'all's theme song is great. There's so many great songs for people to come out to, and I am eventually going to figure out how it's done. Somebody's going to tell me something, how we keep turning out banger after banger, like Sheamus style, just banger, banger, banger. Like, there's very few theme songs I've heard at one of the shows and been like, eh.
And then there's you, and it's burger after burger.
And dude, you're lucky. You are so lucky I burned through all the F-bombs that I'm allowed. You're lucky I burned through all the F-bombs. I got one for you.
Look, you are the one that look, as many times as you insult me and insult my personality on these intros, and I fire one back, don't start with me.
I'm sensitive.
Okay.
I'm sensitive. I have sensitive feelings. I grew up fat, so I overcompensate. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So I'm trying to find. I've been trying to find a way to word the question I was going to ask. So Sugars, you have your match in front of your school. Your first match is in front of your school. These are your peers. These are people who see you every single day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What changed, like, after that with the student body? Like, because I'm not going to sit here and be like, were you a popular kid? Were you an unpopular? I don't know if that exists anymore. I know when I was a kid, I said I really like wrestling, and people called me the F slur and shoved me into walls. You know what I mean? Like, wrestling's fake, fatty. And they're like, what? I'd be like, well, okay. So are movies, and then they would punch me harder. So, like, I don't know how that is now. Apparently being a nerd is, like, the thing.
Again.
You know, my kids wear comic book stuff to school, and I'm like, how bad you get made fun of? And they were like, dude, I got so many friends because I wore this Hulk backpack today. And I'm like, oh, I brought a Hulk comic to school and somebody peed on it, which we're going to go to that too.
Yeah, we're going to go to that in
somebody
just
did
a
y'all.
second. But
Which that's every time I see that guy, I'm like, hey, oh, that guy's a pisser. Every time I see him, I'm like, watch him because he be pissing. So, like, what changed for you after that with school? Was like everybody immediately like, I got to get as close to that kid as I can, or was it just like, eh?
Like after it all, everyone. I mean, I was always just known as the wrestling kid. So after they seen it, I think they all just kind of had more of a respect for the wrestling after seeing what I went through in that match. But what I thought was funny and ironic about it is that our school does like a monthly, they do like a sports award. They give it all to the sports athletes, athlete of the month. Which I found it funny that I get to win athlete of the month after that. So I was like, take this to all y'all's other sports. I won pro wrestling.
Dude, I hated the jock culture so much. Like, I was in band, and they were like, whatever, you're gay because you play drums or something. I'm like, y'all take showers together. I ride the bus with 30 hot chicks every Friday. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but as a side note, the year before, our school had won the state all-A state basketball tournament. And during my match and after my match, I look over and I see all these state champions marking out for me, and I'm like, okay.
That's dope.
That is awesome.
Dude, that's super dope.
So, Alice, was it kind of the same thing for you? Like when people found out, hey, like Jace is wrestling now. Was it the same thing, or was it kind of like a, like I guess it kind of goes for both of you all, really.
Well, I'm long since graduated. I graduated in 2022. Way before I
this guy's
got to debut and get in with WWE and training and all that. But my peoples have known I've been wrestling, and they have been so hyped for me. Very supportive, very, like, they want to be a part of everything I'm doing. So
Right.
On top of knowing I had already been training, they're a lot more hyped than I'm actually getting to be on the shows now.
It's super dope to hear, just like, because I definitely know that like y'all doing what you do, your family must support. That's got to be a dope thing to just like know that you got folks rooting. Like in my day, and it feels weird to talk to y'all and be like, in my day.
Yeah, but
in, like,
you've
my
got
day,
history too, so.
Yeah, this wasn't the thing, you know? Like, I told my mom and dad I wanted to wrestle, and they were like, will you just go to school? And I was like, no, because school's not a place for smart people. I got the best grades. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm head and shoulders above these guys. I want to go and for some reason get hit with chairs for a living. And they were just like, no, dude, you need to go to college and you need to get an education. No support. And now I'm just kind of seeing, nowadays, I guess because people my age have children, like a little bit up towards y'all, like the people I hang out with anyway. I hang out with a bunch of old people. But like now there's just a whole lot more support. What does that mean to both of you just to know that like your families are behind you and rooting you on? Does it motivate you to do better?
Well, for me, the support's always been huge because they've always known this is what I wanted to do. And like a side note, I was born with an eye issue called like ocular albinism, and I can only see like 20 feet. It's like my vision's 2200. So, but they've always known that's what he wants to do, so he's gonna do it. And December of last year, always going back to December, for my birthday, I ended up buying a wrestling ring and putting it in my yard. So that was their big support behind it, and that's enough support right there.
That's awesome. And for you to have that condition, but still, because like I even have problem seeing, and my vision's pretty good, but like I still kind of trip over my own self or whatever. But like you get out there and you own the ring like nothing's going on. So for you to have the issue but still get out there and perform at a top level is really inspiring, not just for me, but I'm sure for Casey too. Was that ever a doubt when you were growing up, like, hey, maybe this is gonna hinder me a little bit? Or were you like, you know what, I'm gonna go out there and if I mess up, I mess up, but I'm still gonna do what I love to do? So
I never had doubt. There's obviously been times where I was like, can I? But like I've never really had doubt because I've always been like, hey, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna make it happen regardless, and that's why I love it, because I love inspiring people. That's my goal.
love it.
I try to do that all the time. Be like, yeah, man, you can always do it, but like And then I'd just be like, maybe. I can't do it. It's so draining, man. It's so draining.
It is. So we know, like, a lot of people, especially in the professional wrestling business, very few people get to wrestle under their birth name. So I know, like, Landon, you get to keep yours. Jace, was Atlas something that you chose? Were you like, I really like this last name, it really fits? Do you have any inspiration behind it? Or was that something where Chris was like, hey, what do you think about this name? Because I think Jace Atlas just works amazingly. It's catchy, and, you know, you had a lot of girls in the ring taking pictures with you, and everybody wanted to hug up on Jace.
Here we go.
So this also goes back to me supposed to be a singles heel. I was going for like a rich, snobby, white kid kind of gimmick, and Chris is telling me, like, hey, when you're looking for a name, look for something that stands out and something that sounds like a rich white kid. I'm like, okay. And I write down like 20, 30 names. And he looks through them, and I don't like this one, I don't like this one, I don't like this one. He goes, Atlas. He said, I have not heard somebody use Atlas as a first name. It's very unique. It's very different. You don't hear a lot of Atlases. He said, we'll stick with that. He said, then just find me a first name, or find me a last name, and we'll use Atlas. And then about 2-3 weeks before my debut, Chris pulls me aside into a meeting, and I believe Ray and Alexander and I were in the room too, and he sits me and Landon down and goes, what's your name? I said, Atlas. He goes, what's your last name? I said, we haven't figured that out yet. He goes, you're Jace Atlas. And I went, okay. So Jace was chosen for me to keep my first name, but Atlas was originally intended to be the first name.
Wow.
So I do like the way it's played out, where it's the last name instead.
Yeah, it flows.
It does flow.
It flows. And I like the name. I have a Jace too. My youngest, that's his middle name. Named him after a buddy of mine. That was also his name. It's becoming a more popular name nowadays. See, I'm a nerd. I play Magic the Gathering. That's a character in that game, and that's my favorite character in that game. Like I build a deck based off him, and I make nerds cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've always thought that name works. It's great, and the way it flows off. I mean, names are important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you can't go out in the ring and be like, "This is Schmo Boogie" and get over it. It ain't gonna happen, man.
No.
People be like, "What?" First of all, I don't even know if what I just said was English.
It wasn't, but that's okay. So we've gone over over you guys. So now we're gonna get into what Casey brought up a while ago: Casper Davis and Tommy Guns of former Southside Wrecking Crew.
That other one's a pisser, man. I don't trust him.
You all finally get your shot, which congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, we plan on interviewing the whole roster, and one thing that me and Casey like to do, we like to stir some trouble, stir the wasp nest every now and then, just because we're good at it. And
just get to asking them, are they going to piss on them when they beat
no,
them?
I'm not going to ask them that, although they might. We're going to allow you all just a few minutes because I find it interesting. Do you have any choice words or anything you want to say to former Southside Wrecking Crew before your match coming up on Saturday?
You ask them to talk shit right now?
Yes.
Dude, look at you stirring the pot a little bit.
All I say is every time they've beat us, it's been because of a distraction or foul play. So.
That's right. That's right.
Calm down.
I want to see them get whooped just as much as anybody else, okay? Look, me and Onyx got beef right now, okay? I complimented him, and he dogged me, and I don't like that. Same way with Clay Williams. He dogged me, too. I'll never forget that either.
You spent 45 minutes talking shit to Clay Williams. I'm surprised he didn't slap him.
I did not.
I'm surprised he didn't slap you. He told you to shut up.
I know he did.
We're making that into a shirt, by the way, audience. Leon, stop talking to me. Is going to be a shirt that I'm going to wear around. I say it all the time now. It's as common as and or if or but in my vocabulary. Leon, stop talking to me. It's become my second favorite phrase over "yo."
Yes.
That was a bomb ass cheeseburger. Like that's my first favorite, and then the second one. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point because I am.
Hit your Benjamin and just yeah. So
I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and trying to make it stick at this point, man. One of us has got
Lord.
to do it.
So that little spot that Casey had mentioned, who's going behind the curtain a little bit? Whose idea was that for the releasing of body fluids into the suitcases?
Who come up with the idea they piss on your gear? I guess is what he's asking.
I believe that was actually Ray's idea to have them piss in our bags.
Oh no!
Of course it was. Of course it was.
It seems like a very Ray idea.
It does. Was that something that you all fought, or were you like, yeah, okay, that's cool?
What was it? Real piss?
No, but
Was it?
you never know.
I remember driving to the show, and I have somebody who rides with me, Matthias in Montana. He rides with me to the shows. Great guy. The script gets posted. I'm like, hey, I'm driving right now. Can you read the script off to me? And he goes, yeah, I got you. So he goes, match 1, match 2, match 3, and then he just starts dying laughing. And I look over, I'm like, what is your problem? What is so funny on this card? And he reads it out, and it's, well, Southside has the match with Golden. I think it was the Golden Gods. Southside's having a match with Golden Gods. Interruption by Southside Wrecking Crew. Tommy and Casper Davis are pissing in their bags, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? They're doing what in my bag?
He did what in his bag? Oh no!
Look, I'm going to get both those guys on here eventually, and that's what we're going to talk about for 60 minutes.
Yep.
I'm going to be like, why did you piss in both them men's bags like that? Like, who?
Why did you piss in our bag?
And then I need to go to Chris and Ray and be like, who raised you? And I know who raised them, so I'm going to have to go to her and be like, what did you do? Like, who hurt all of yous? Because as soon as they turned around, I was like, he ain't gonna piss in the bag. I was tapping him on the shoulder the whole time.
And
he
did.
He ain't gonna piss in that bag. I said, he is pissing in that bag. He is pissing in that bag. What is going on in here tonight? And every time I have seen
show was
Casper since,
crazy,
every
man.
time he walks past me, I go, he's a pisser. He's a pisser.
If I'm not mistaken, he heard you at the last show because I kind of saw him turn his head. I was like, uh-oh, here we go.
I don't know, man. They can't punk me out. What's he gonna do? Piss on me?
He might.
I'll call him R. Kelly from now on. That's why R. Kelly and y'all.
Yeah, I got a new one for you. With their name being Pure Pressure, Ray gave us this idea. Just call him PP.
Yeah, PP.
That's right.
Bro, I didn't even
yeah.
put that together.
No.
I didn't even put that together.
Next show that we go to in Litchfield, we're making a sign that says PP and we're holding it up.
Yes.
And we're going to have Jason Sugars come by and point at it. Like, what's up?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You gonna hold
You
that
did
sign.
it with Clay. You did it with Clay.
I was asked to. Munchie asked me to do that.
And you did it. And I'm asking you to do it.
I did it for Munchie. I like Munchie
And
better than you.
now we're going to do it for natural causes because they rock.
All right,
And we're
fair
gonna-
enough.
okay.
Fair enough. You threw the
We got you,
guest-
boys.
You threw the guests in my face.
Litchfield, we'll make a sign and hold it up.
That's perfectly fine.
All right, bet.
All right, we're gonna let those guys know not to pee in your bags, and that was not very nice. We'll piss in their bags.
We'll sneak
Maybe
backstage
I'll
or
sneak
something.
back there. I'm very sneaky, deceptively sneaky
That's
to
right.
be this
He's
fat.
deceptively for a big boy.
Yeah, for a big boy, I move around like Michael Myers and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sure did.
so I do want to go to that because we spend a lot of time talking to Jen before the shows. Like she comes out and talks to everybody. She spends a little time with us, and she'll come over to us like during the show and just like shoot the breeze and such. And she's constantly talking about like, oh yeah, we do this while we're driving town to town. We do this, we do that. We roast this guy, we roast this guy. Like, so basically, who's in the car with you guys and who are we roasting the most? Because I keep getting told everybody picks on Tyler Santos, which we have him next week, and this is totally fuel for that episode. But like, who's riding with y'all? Who are we making fun of, and why does everybody make fun of Tyler?
Jace, I'll let you take that.
So who mainly rides with me are the cameraman Leland and Mataj in Montana, and most times that we make fun of Ty, it's only because of his lisp.
Oh, we did not know that.
We did.
Yeah, he has. It's not
Interesting.
very prominent. It slips out every now and then, and Clay Williams will make a whole lot of fun of him too for it. And it's. I'm not trying to be a dick when I say this. I love Ty's but sometimes it is kind of funny because he'll stutter, and then shit, and then he'll get it out right.
Man.
He'll be telling a story or something, and we'll like tut, and he's, fuck you guys.
Today, Junior. That's why he has Mad Mex talk for him. Mex don't stutter.
That's messed up, man.
I'm just saying. Hey, look, you like being the heel. I like causing heat.
Well, not this time. I'm trying to baby face it up a little bit today.
So we're
I got
swapping
kids
roles.
out there, man. I got to be a nice dad.
Do we have to make fun of him too, like we did the entire way
No,
home
he's
from
just,
home?
yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. Like, y'all make fun of that. We legit spent the last show, I had to pick my 8-year-old up doing a custody exchange, and we legitimately were, like, asking him who his favorite wrestlers on the WWA roster are, because he can't say his R's very well, and I know what he's going to say. Mm-hmm. So I was like, who's your least favorite? Is it Ryan Ramsey?
Oh, no.
And then he's like, you better stop it, dude. And I'm like, do you like... I'll just name like random people, and he'll be like, but we legitimately roasted this kid for 3 counties. 3 counties.
3 counties straight through.
Davis, Hancock, Breckenridge.
It was relentless.
He get mad. It got real quiet in the car. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, y'all are making me mad because he's only 8. And I'm like, all right. I'm very sorry.
And then, and then Casey, being the sweet dad that he is, asking his son what his own name is, knowing that he can't say his own name correctly.
His name is dependent on both R's that are in both of those names, and I didn't know he wasn't going to be able to say it, and I feel like a real dick. I felt so bad. But no, he really digs going. When he asked me who we were talking to today, and I told him, he was like, the purple and gold guys, and I was like, yeah. He's like, that's what's up. And now he's like passed out in there.
So I know that we've asked several other people that's been on the show, has WWA, is that like your all's home? Do you all feel like, hey, I'm going to be here for a while? Or is there bigger and better things in the future for natural causes, like TNA, WWE, obviously maybe not right now, but well, man, I got a speech impediment now too. Whoa. Somewhere down the line before your career is over. Don't you say a word either.
For me, when I first came to WWE, I was like, I looked at it as like, oh, I could use this to get to somewhere bigger. But now that I've been there and made these friendships and just met all these amazing and great people, it's like it literally is a family. I know a lot of people say it, but it is a family, and I love it. And obviously, down the line, I would love to do bigger things. But as of right now, I want to stick with the WWE. Amazing people all around.
Awesome.
Absolutely. When I first started, I was like, okay, this is the first step in. This is the step to bigger. See, it's infectious. But it's the first step to bigger and better things. And me and a couple of my day one buddies who I came up with in training still have the goal to one day at least try out. Go to an NXT tryout, attempt to make the jump into WWE.
Right.
As like a long-term, like that's the end goal. The end goal is to make a name in WWE, be on television, and have people around the world know my name.
Right. Well, and
but as far as I'm concerned right now, the WWE is absolutely my home. I love everybody in that locker room, everybody behind that curtain, outside of that curtain. I love it. It's a rush every single Saturday.
Well, see, and that's what we talked to Chris about too, is, the family feeling that you get from just attending the shows. There's no judgment, no persecution based on how you look, what kind of ethnicity you are, whatever. Especially because we've noticed the guys that sit up on the corner of the ramp with the Down syndrome, and you all are just so interactive with them, and
I love those guys.
you know, and right, and
Those dudes are the best.
they are
fans
awesome.
ever.
You know, they're big motivators. They're almost like the second, like you got Chris as the boss, but then you know you all come out and they're like, yeah, go in there and beat him up, and you're all like, yeah, I'm gonna go do it, bud. And it's so.
Those dudes are great,
They are
man. Like,
great.
that is something we
They're
really
great.
do love about, just that company is I'll never stop putting, what you guys do over. Especially, which leads me into, it's going to be kind of a complex question, but like WWA, it's not, I don't know how to say, I don't want to say unique because it is a unique thing, but it's starting to become more commonplace now that the companies like this are existing, companies who focus on inclusivity and they focus on just making sure that everyone feels, like they belong there, and it's just a really good environment. You guys definitely add to that. Like there's an act for everybody. That's what I really like. Like I can pick out 5 guys on that roster right now that scratch a different itch I have wrestling wise. Like I like big men. I like watching, big meaty men slapping meat. I got Bo Sawyer for that. I like arrogant tag teams that also kind of make me laugh. I got the Golden Gods for that. I like plucky underdogs who are coming up. I've got you guys for that. I've got I could just keep going like that. I could just keep going like I love a good I love moves. Frog splash. I got MK for that. You guys have such a dynamic going on, and I just like. Does it feel that way with everybody in the back? Like, are you guys just really good at making us think that everything is tits there? Because if you are, it's a very good act.
Jace, it really is as awesome as it seems. Everybody's very welcoming. Everybody's very loving. It's behind the locker room. Or behind the curtain. It's still fun and games. Everybody cuts their jokes. Just about everybody in the locker room is close to each other. It really is one big family. It's really great.
Well, and see that's one of the things too when we were interviewing Chris, because I've always wanted to get into the business, break in, and that type thing. And when I first went to Independence Day, just being the first show, when I first decided that hey, maybe I wanted to try to start training, my first thought being from where we're from is OVW's in Louisville. And then I come to Independence Day and just see how everybody interacts with the crowd. And I'm like, this feels like home, like, somewhere that you want to belong. And so my whole outlook has been, forget OVW, they've got some good ones that came out of there. But like, if I want to go and train and be in the ring, I think WWA is where I'm going to, call home. And, to know that there's that much love, not only out in the ring, but behind the curtain, makes it even more real, if that makes sense, like what I really want. And that's what, wrestling's all about, is the love of the game, but also being who you work with. Because if you get into situations with people who don't like you, then when you get in the ring, it kind of changes how the match comes. Like Andre and who was it that he fought? It was Andre and Randy Savage. He hated Randy Savage, so it was always he's going to try to hurt him. But then,
are you turning into an A&E biography about
yes,
WWF? Okay.
Yes.
All right. I was just trying to make sure.
But you all have such a welcoming environment, and I think that's important for people not only who listen to our podcast, but for people who want to come to a wrestling show and not feel judged. WWA is in my opinion where they need to go. So we thank you all, especially for what you all do, just for making people feel at home. So
that was beautiful, man.
I know it was. I can write a book.
That was beautiful.
I got a
And
cover, man. I told you.
we like to close it down with the same question every time. It's a little different now because you both get to answer it, and I've never had two
It's
answers.
great.
So yes, you guys haven't been in the business very long, but you've got enough time that you understand things may not have been what you thought they were. Maybe certain things in a journey kind of trip you up and things like that. For both of you, if you could go back, because hindsight's a big deal here with us. We always like to focus on what we could do better in the future based upon the decisions we made in the past. But if you could go back, you get one charge in a time machine, Deadpool 2 style. You get to go to this one location to talk to yourself right when you start wrestling training. First day of wrestling training, you've taken all those bumps. You beat your body to hell. Everything feels like you're gonna die just based upon the pain that you're in. What's something you would tell that guy about, knowing what you know now? Something that might make the journey just a little bit easier for him.
I think the one charge, the one go back, day after training, body is sore as hell, sitting at home thinking, man, is this really for me? Because that hurt a lot. I would absolutely tell myself it's worth it. Every bump, every clothesline, every punch, every kick, everything that you are working for now is absolutely worth it. Because the day you get to debut, the day you get to step out in front of that crowd, it is a love, it is an adrenaline rush, it is a feeling like no other, and you will never want to go back.
That's beautiful, man.
Where's your beautiful camera?
For me personally, I don't know if I'd necessarily change anything, but I think I'd go back and tell myself just don't be so worried or scared if it's not gonna work out. I guess I just say don't be scared, don't be worried. I tell myself to open up faster to more than people, because for a while I was quiet when I first started. I think if I would have opened up and talked to more people, I would have started to click more and enjoy it more.
Yeah.
That's for sure, man.
Love it.
So,
Love it.
This last part here, I 100% ripped from Hot Ones, and I will tell everyone that because I don't care. They don't have a patent.
That's
on
right.
this.
That's right.
So what I like to do at the very end, just because I feel like it's fair, time is very important to me. Anytime someone gives me their time, I see it as valuable. I need to give something in return. I have this platform that allows people to get their name out there and to allow me to talk into the void about wrestling. So I just want to give you both just the next few seconds to plug anything you got out there, your socials, where we could find you, where we can watch your matches, where we're going to see you next, and to preface the episodes, what we're recording now will be up this evening. So as you're plugging, just keep that in mind that this goes up today. So anything past today that you need to plug, I'll give you guys how much ever time you need to achieve that.
Well, this Saturday, it's me and Atlas are fighting. I guess Pure Pressure is their name now for those tag team titles, and we're gonna bring them home.
That's right.
All my socials are Landon_Sugars. So that's where you can find me all. Then we have another upcoming show in August 22nd or 23rd, I believe. Won't Back Down. I believe that's at Litchfield.
Mm-hmm.
And then that following week, we're making our return or our debut at Nebo on Saturday, August 30th. And come on out to that show because we're pushing that show. We want to make Nebo a new home. So
Awesome.
Yeah, find me at Jace Atlas on Facebook or Atlas WWE on Instagram. Please don't add my personal accounts. I don't add back. Yes. Follow WWE is now. You will find everything you need to know about us, why we are the next up-and-coming greatest of all-time tag team. And absolutely come out to Bowling Green this Saturday at the National Armory to watch us kick the hell out of PP.
Yeah.
He's going to get Pippi Longstockings in the pisser. Tommy Guns, I did not call you Pippi Longstockings.
He
also,
did, Tommy. Don't listen to
hurt
him.
me. I'm kind of a bitch. Anyway, guys, we appreciate the time that you guys took out of your days to listen to this podcast.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you took something from this and you got something valuable out of it, man, because if I'm not adding value to the world, what exactly are we doing here? Just, as I say every single time we end the show, just take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Let's just figure out how we can get through the week so we can get to Monday, we can get to Tuesday, we can get to Thursday and Friday, Wednesday if you watch AEW, I guess. Just let's get through the week so we can watch this wonderful, wonderful thing
That's right.
that we love called professional wrestling. And may y'all have a good one. Thanks, Mom.